So the question was, how do we treat others? Ramana Maharshi's answer, there are no others. But how often do we live this? Especially when we look out in the world and we see all the conflict and chaos and the hatred and wars and the division. So how do we treat others? There are no others. Everybody here is fighting an inside battle on the outside stage. This world as we see it today is a collective endeavor. It's no one person or group's fault. It's a collective endeavor. Everybody is fighting an inside battle on the outside stage. To the degree that we have an inner battle with ourselves, and we're putting that out in the world with our strong opinions and hatreds and fears and worries and concerns and judgments, and the list goes on, is our contribution. Even if we think, yeah, but that shouldn't be happening, but it is. So how do we use the very things in this planet, in this world that upset us to free us? Because I'm sure all of us have gone on Facebook or YouTube and made comments, and before you know it, there's a whole bunch of comments after that, and before you know it, you're in an argument with people you don't even know, and they're not even there. This is our own inner fight on the outside stage. To the degree that we need to do that is to the degree that we need to do our own inner work. And I mean, it's okay to make comments and engage in social media if that's what you like, but watch and see if you're doing it because you have to be right and you have to change other people's opinions. What if you just let them have their opinions and go, oh, that's interesting. Now, things are crazy right now. I get it. I get that it is. But our contribution is either our peace or our angst. So how do you use what's going on in this world as it is right now to free ourselves? By looking at what comes up, the fear, the worry, the concerns, but looking at it with your higher self, looking at it with a power bigger than you. Because even Einstein has said that you can't change something that created it from the same level of creating it. Like, we can't create a problem from the same level that it was created by. You have to get bigger. And in this case, it would be higher self, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. But you have to get bigger because we think we're these egos. We think that we're these people identified as a person and a culture and a race and everything. And we have preferences and desires and wants. And that's who we're identified with. But who are we really? Who we really are is that peaceful voice of compassion and love that's within all of us. Even the worst person on this planet you think doesn't have it does. They're just maybe not displaying it to your liking or to our liking. But everybody on this planet is connected to higher self. But it depends on if they're listening or not. And it depends on if we're listening or not. So if we're not listening to higher self, who are we listening to? By default, it's the ego. So what comes up is what we're contributing to the world. So let things come up and actually welcome them. But look at it with your higher self and start letting things go, a little bit here and a little bit there. It's not about judging yourself for having these thoughts. Those are more ego judgments. It's just watching what comes up and go, oh, I'm still identified with that. Oh, that still upsets me. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now that I'd like to see not happening, but my screaming isn't going to change it. But my compassion for myself and others just might. So, how do we treat others? Open your mouth and find out. And that's how you're treating yourself as well. This isn't about micromanaging yourself. It's about choosing your higher self over your ego self as often as you can. So I'll leave you with that for now. And just look at the world as often as you can from higher self. And that just means cut some people some slack. And you too. We have to be kind to ourselves in order to be kind to others.